cryptography. So cryptography is a technique that is used to hide the texts, hide any important message, so that anyone who is trying to hack the system cannot understand what is written inside the message. Okay, so the cryptography is a technique that is used to hide the message so that nobody can hacks it. Okay, in simple language, cryptography is the science of using mathematic to encrypt and decrypt the message so that nobody can read it. Okay, only the receiver can read that particular message, which means if any message that is meant for somebody, can only that person can read the message. For an example, okay, let's say I want to send a message from A to B. Okay, so if let's say A want to send a message to B, okay, it so how this message will be sent? Okay, let's say A wanted to send a message called hello. So A want to send hello to B. In that case, what will happen? Okay, there is a two ways. One is a normal way where A will send the message as hello. It will be sent as hello to the B, so B can read it because it's a normal text. Okay, so whenever you send a message, it like if you don't use any encrypted channel, which means if you are using a normal channel for sending the message will remain the same. So whatever you will type, it will be the same. Okay, what will happen in that case if you haven't encrypted the message? In this case, if somebody, let's say there is a person called C. Okay, now C, what C want? He want to track. So there is a person called C. Okay, now he wants to hack the message. Okay, he want to hack the message, so he can easily do it because it is a normal text. Okay, no, or normal text can be easily hacked because it is a normal text. It is a normal message that we are sending. Okay, so it's a normal message, so anyone who knows about the hacking can easily hack the ecosystem and can read the message, because this whole internet ecosystem is very vulnerable to hacking. So anyone who knows how to hack the system can easily hack the normal text and can read it and can encode it, can read it easily and get to know what you wanted to send. Okay, so तुम कोई क्या भेजना चाहते हो, अगर वो एक नॉर्मल टेक्स्ट के फॉर्मेट में भेजोगे तो एनीवन who knows hacking can easily read it. Okay, but if you want to make this thing secure, what you have to use? You have to use an encrypted method of sending the message. Okay, which means you have to first encrypt that hello into a cipher text, which means encrypted message you need to convert into a cipher text. Okay, and then this cipher text will be sent to the B, and then B will decrypt it into a normal text. This is how the process will work. Okay, so if you want to keep your message safe, in that case you have to follow three process. Number one, you will send a message that need to be encrypted. Okay, so encryption will take place and your normal text will convert into cipher text. Okay, so first you need to use a key to encrypt the message into cipher text. Once you have done this process, which means once you have encrypted your message into cipher text, now the cipher text will be sent to the B. Okay, now B what? Then now B will again decrypt the message using this key and will get to know what is written inside the message. Okay, so here two process will take place. One is the encryption, second is the decryption. First A need to encrypt the message, then B need to decrypt the message to read that particular message. Okay, so this is what cryptography is all about. So cryptography is a mechanism that is used to encrypt and decrypt the message so that nobody can hack it. Okay, so that is the main reason of using the cryptography mechanism. Yeah, this is the public key and private key is a different public key and private key is used in the asymmetric cryptography. So there are two types of cryptography that are there in the market. One is symmetric key cryptography, then we have asymmetric key cryptography, and we'll read about it. What is the difference between symmetric key cryptography and asymmetric key cryptography? But today we are going to learn about cryptography. So let me know if you're able to understand the cryptography concept, if it is understandable to everyone or not. Okay, so simple language, cryptography is used to make our data secure. It is used for securing the data. Okay, so most of the this blockchain ecosystems, they use this cryptography mechanism so that they can secure the data. Okay, so that nobody can hacks the data. So okay, that's why we need a cryptography. Okay, when we talk about network security, okay, whenever we talk about network security, there are three things that are very much important to for a network security. Okay, so let me erase this. Okay, let me erase this. Let me erase it. It's a very difficult process. Okay, so whenever we talk about network security, okay, when we talk about network security, there are three things that are very much important. Okay, number one, we call them as the CIA, which means confidence, which means the data need to be confidential. Okay, the confidentiality. Second is the integrity of the data and the availability of the data. Okay, these are the three things that are very much important when it comes to network security. Okay, which means data need to be confidential, data need to be integrity, the integrity of the data need to be maintained, and data need to be available for everybody. Okay, this is the three things that are very much important for when we talk about the network security. Okay, and this confidence, for to make data confidential, we use the cryptography mechanism to make this data confidential. Okay, so any data which need to be which you want that that data need to be kept secret, in that case you need to encode that particular data to ensure that that particular data is like secured, which means nobody can read whatever written inside that particular message. Okay, let's say how many of you have used WhatsApp? If you have used WhatsApp, in WhatsApp there is something called end-to-end encryption. Okay, end-to-end encryption, that is written over there. Okay, end-to-end encryption, which means whatever message you are sending to your friend, it will be encrypted from your end, and once it is reached to your friend's end, it will be again decrypted as a normal text, which means if anyone in between tries to hack your WhatsApp, or if anyone try to hack your message, that is not possible. Okay, so which means if anyone try to hack your packet in the between, that is not possible because data is encrypted using this end-to-end encryption. Okay, so this is the important concept that we need to know. So this concept of cryptography is pretty old. Okay, it was used by this Rome Empire. This the mechanism of this cryptography was used by this Roman Empire, by your Roman Empire. If you know about the Caesar, he used to use this a concept called Caesar cipher. That was a thing that he used to use, where he used to encrypt that particular data into cipher text. Okay, we call it a Caesar cipher text. So he used to convert that data into Caesar cipher so that nobody can read it. Okay, so this was an old technique that was used by the Roman empires. Okay, now it's been used in the if you go to banks ecosystem, if you go to banking ecosystem, so sometimes if you have done any banking transaction, there you might see something called 126-bit security. Okay, which means that it is again a security mechanism that is used by the banking ecosystem, so that nobody can read the transaction that is done inside the banking ecosystems. Okay, so this method of cryptography was used by multiple people to keep the data secure. Okay, so that nobody can uh, hack your particular data. Okay, so in simple language, if somebody asks you, you have to tell to that particular person that cryptography is a technique that is used to keep the data secure so that nobody can hacks it. And to complete this process, we need to so what are the process? So cryptography is a of securing the data process of securing the data, that is the key. Okay, secondly, to secure the data, to secure the data, you need to encrypt encrypt that data using a key. So you need a key to keep that data secure. So if you want to keep any data secure, you have to use a key. That key will be used to encrypt that particular data. So if you want to process, so any cryptography mechanism uses a key to encrypt that data. Okay, once you have encrypted the data, now what you have to do, you have to encrypt that data into ciphertext. Okay, so your data will be with the help of key, with the help of key, your plain text will be converted into, will be converted, control z, will be will be yeah. Oh my god, yeah, why this is not there, yeah. Will be converted into your, with the help of key, your plain text will be converted into cipher text. Okay, cipher text. Okay, so whatever data you will have, it will be converted into the cipher text using that particular key. So that will be, that key will be known as the encryption key. Okay, that key will be known as the encryption key, because that key will be used for encrypting the data. Okay, once you have converted your data into cipher text, that cipher text will be sent, cipher text will be sent, will be sent to the user. Okay, the cipher to the receiver, and he need to convert that cipher text into normal text. Okay, so now what that person need to do, he need to convert that cipher text into the normal text. Okay, once for that, he again, see, if you need a key to encrypt the data, in that same way you need a key to decrypt the data. Okay, because without a key you can't decrypt the message. In simple language, if you have a lock in your house, okay, to lock that, to lock your house, you have to use a key, and to unlock the house you also need a key. So which means you need key to lock and unlock your house. In the same way, if you want to encrypt or decrypt a message, in that key, in that case you need a key. It can be one key so you might be needing one key for unlocking and locking. Let's say if you have a lock in your house, you can use only one key for locking and locking your house, or you can create two keys for that. So it can be like either you can use one key for locking and unlocking your message, or you can use two different key for locking and unlocking your message. So that's why we have two different types of cryptography mechanism, that we have symmetric key cryptography and asymmetric key cryptography. In symmetric key cryptography, we need only one key to unlock and lock the message. In asymmetric key cryptography, we need two key, one for locking the message and one for unlocking the message. And we'll talk about it in detail in our next session that will be happening tomorrow. So we'll talk about symmetric and asymmetric key cryptography in detail, but just to give you a gist of it, you need two types. You can either, you can use one key for unlocking and locking the message, or you can use two key for locking and unlocking the message separately. So one will be used for locking the message and second will be used for the unlocking the message. Okay, so that is how the cryptography things work. Okay, let me know, is it understandable to everyone or not? Will you, are you able to get the core idea of this cryptography or not? But how does the chain determine that the keys are unique? Okay, see, mostly these key can't be the similar, like can't be the same. Okay, because for that we need different types of algorithm that are used to create, which are used, uh, like a very small probability, but it still can happen, right? Is the okay? See, that is not possible. Okay, so no, two keys can't be like there is not a possibility there's two key can be the similar one. That is not a possible case. Okay, so nobody so they have a certain permutation and combination that are running in the backend, which makes sure that two keys are not similar to one another, so there will be certain difference will always be there. Okay, so if you go and check any of your, if you are using any your MetaMask wallet or you use Trust Wallet, if you look at the key which you have, the public key or the private key which you have, it is not similar. Okay, which means no two key can be the similar. Okay, because that's how this is designed. Okay, which means there is a very less probability that the two key can be the similar. Okay, this is like, it's like it is not possible. Okay, so keys can't be similar. Okay, if keys are similar, in that case it is easy to hack the system again. Okay, which means you can again hack the system if two keys are similar. Okay, so that is not a possible case. Okay, so it is not a possible thing that keys can be similar. Okay. Okay, we will talk about the symmetric key cryptography and asymmetric key cryptography tomorrow. Before that, if any other doubt do you have regarding this cryptography concept, just do let me know. I will try to answer that doubt. And if there is no doubt, we'll close it for the day and we'll meet tomorrow and we'll talk about symmetric and asymmetric key cryptography in detail. And we'll talk about what are the different types of symmetric key cryptography we have, and we'll also talk about what are the different type of asymmetric key cryptography, and we also talk about what are the mechanism that blockchain is using in the ecosystem. Yeah, tomorrow I guess it will be the same time, 4:30. I guess 4:30 we'll be meeting again. Okay. And before we close for the day, the only thing